everyone and welcome back to the Door Owners Club UK YouTube channel. Today we are in a slightly different location. As you can probably tell, we are here in Japan. Now, today is a bit of a special kind of video. We are here with VIN 3104, owned by Peter, who's not here at the moment, he's upstairs. Now, I've been with Peter over the weekend, gotten to know a bit about the car and things, so we've just done a steering rack check because there's a bit of a play in the steering, and we've just done a front brake bleed. Now, this car is pretty unique in the fact of obviously front wheels and the hood stripe, and obviously the front fascia being black and various other unique features about the car. So, whilst we're waiting for Peter, basically, once he's back, we are going to be taking the car to Akihabara, as obviously his car is known for being around Akihabara, aka the Akiba Delorean. So I'm going to film a bit of that and a few clips that I filmed beforehand, and hopefully, if it's not too crowded and things, I'll take you over the engine bay and what he's done there, and so, some of the unique features about this car. Obviously, for one, the door lights are obviously white, but if we come over here and so obviously lights change. There's obviously a flashing blue logo from Hard Tuned. In here obviously he's got a much smaller and thinner flux capacitor, which is quite nice. Early style shifter, obviously Back to the Future speedo, and various other little things which I'll get to later. So now we are going to be going over to Akihabara, where it's going to get a bit chaotic, so I'll probably do a voiceover depending on how busy and how loud it is, talking a bit more about the car. And yeah, so we'll see you in Akihabara. So here we are in Akihabara, as you can see by that down there. So this is obviously the engine bay of the car. What Peter's done is put these RGB, well not RGB, but green PC fans into the engine cover to help circulate the airflow, as well as this fan down here, which is pulling air in from this intake scoop, part of the Lowering Go setup. He's got one of these, which is very unique. I think it's only appeared on a couple of cars elsewhere, which is like a clear coolant tube. As you can see, obviously all the bubbles, well, you can't see all the bubbles, but when the engine's running, obviously you can see the coolant flowing through this. So obviously as well, where do these come from? I can't remember.
From the Tamir, the director of the framing of the John DeLorean. He usually make these and sold these, but I contact him personally, and then he tell me a different bloke who is still making it today. But now DPI also sells these on the websites, much less effort. You just go to DPI. They got 81 to 83 years, different model, different type of regulation. So at least you get the number correct. So that's an 81 regulation.
Yeah. So these are these stainless, like the stainless info panels and things. Obviously, he's got one down here for the coolant tank. He's done a lot of work to tidy the engine bay up. As you can see, obviously parts of the harness are hidden, which is quite a good and impressive job that a few people have done. And he says that he's going to be removing the AC compressor and making it all electric up front from Tesla and things like that to obviously clear the engine bay up a bit more. So, to be fair, it's one of the most nice looking cars I've ever seen. Obviously, Twitter right there. And as well, he's done something really cool with the exhaust. What is it again?
It's the official stage one, but I personally Cerakote it so it can never burn your hands anymore. It just always keeps cool, preventing excess heat from the engine bay.
So, stage 1 exhaust and Cerakoting, and it does make a huge difference compared from like touching this part of the engine here with the intake to touching the exhaust, which usually would burn your hand off completely. Is now
oppositely, the intake will burn your hands off, but the exhaust won't burn your hands. So yeah, straight.
But there you go. Extra water temp sensor.
That's a redundant water temp, just in case if the original one failed, just tuck in and then you got a water temp, another one, just in case.
So, backup water temperature sensor, which is quite useful because in the case of mine, it came out in fragments. I don't know whether you saw that photo, did you?
I did, yeah, like 4 pieces.
It was just a big clump of just pieces.
Yeah.
Which is just bonkers. So as well, obviously he's added in these LED light strips here, provides better lighting in the engine bay, as you can see here, better than obviously this. So his next stages, from what he's told me over the past few days, is to potentially try and get this coolant pipe matched over here, so the same style, and a bit more tidying up with the engine bay. Obviously, like I mentioned, with obviously removing the AC compressor and things like that. As well, obviously, as many people have probably seen in the photos and stuff, the unique and very much customized front wheels with the 3D printed DeLorean center cap. So, overall, it's a very nice car, and I like it a lot.
They just hide their face because no photo policy. Definitely not watching.
That's obvious.